going to direct you to ask, what does it take? Because there is no time, not what will it take or what might it take. What does it take for this to be really, in my experience this year, really on the ground, manifest? What does it take? This is not a question for you to answer. This is not a question for you to go, well, I'm going to have to this, I'm going to have to this. Nope, that's not what we're doing. What does it take for me to be in this, to have this experience, to have this in my physical life this year? And what you do is you open and you let the universal source pour in all the energies, ideas, templates, everything that's needed to make that a reality in your physical life. So you ask the question with your open bowl. You become that open, empty vessel, receiving in what the answer is. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. The clip you just saw is from a special 50-minute New Year's guided meditation and group transformative session that I did a year ago on New Year's Day, January 1st, 2023. I received such enthusiastic feedback from the attendees, and they've reported such powerful results from that webinar that I decided to share it with all of you via YouTube this year. Before we start, there are just a couple of things. This is very much a participatory experience. Please do not just sit there and passively watch the webinar. I highly recommend that you attend, that you actively participate, just as you would have had you registered and paid the tuition fee for the original webinar. Also, as I go through the guided meditation, I do stop to let you give focus and attention to each individual item on your list for 2024. But obviously, if at any time you need a little bit more time to complete a step of the meditation, simply use the pause button. As always, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave comments. It helps me out with YouTube. And if you would like to say thank you and support my work by leaving a donation, I have included a donation link in the description below. Enjoy the webinar and have a wonderful new year. Blessing. So so this session, group session, again, I've been am very connected with your individual fields, but our field together, and our intention together to sort of really go deep and lovingly release what is no longer true for us, what no longer is needed for us, maybe the world and ourselves the way we've had it, what we thought was true for ourselves and about ourselves and our world, and really create a very clean slate and move forward with empowerment, with empowered intention and commitment. So this isn't about, trying to make, this is not going to be techniques to make certain things happen. We're not going to get linear and in our heads about this. We're going, what one teacher put it, down into the grout. We're making changes at the universal primary creative level. So first of all, we're going to start here with, we've already started, but I want to invoke for all of us. I've already been here all morning with you, and I'm almost going to call it a state of prayer. Nothing to do with religion. We're going into the sacred space. There we go. Very good. We go into the sacred space where we are not separate, from our source, where we are in direct communion with our divine inner source. With no barriers, no separation, no arm's length, right in our source self, while still being aware that we exist as Chuck or Cathy or David. So I invoke this sacred space with you and with the field that we create together. And I want to acknowledge that this is an open window here. We have right here, not only our own desire and intention to move forward in the year, but pretty much the whole planet. Everybody, right? Almost everybody. I shouldn't say everybody. There are certain cultures that observe New Year's at different times, but for the most part, much of the world is observing a new start of a new year. So there's an especially strong morphic field of we get to move and choose to move into wipe it clean slate, creating fresh from here in the present moment. So it's an incredibly powerful morphic field and window of open opportunity, of infinite possibility for change. And so we're sort of capitalizing on that, and there we go, and letting ourselves use that. And the reason I'm looking down here is I did give myself a little trail of breadcrumbs for the way this session and meditation sort of made itself known to me today. Let's start with, and I'll just say this, we're already there. We're already in the heart space, connected to our divine inner source self. If it helps you to put your attention in front of your chest and open window shutters, you can do that, but we're already there. And as a matter of fact, anybody who's sort of still up here at the little bit more surface level, will just turn your conscious focus and your entire focus of consciousness to the inner source self, where we're completely present. So let's go ahead first of all and hold gratitude for this journey, that we are actually alive in human form, incarnated, manifest in human form. We're our divine source self, an aspect of our divine source self that is experiencing our unique potentials in physical reality. We're walking around in a body. We get to celebrate New Year's. We get to play out possibilities and challenges and lessons and resolutions in a very visceral, tangible way here in the physical. So let's all just hold some gratitude here for the journey that we're on, that we got to wake up this morning, and here we are again together holding hands in this journey. And let's go ahead as a group. I'm giving you this so you can consciously have this intention, and I'm helping you with these torsion fields or morphic fields with intention to actually, we have intention today to clear the slate of anything that's old news, old stories that just isn't what fits us going forward into the new year. So this is the clear slate, super energy, morphic field. There we go. I just felt us all make room. It's like, right, can't move on to the new if we're still in the middle of all the old. Can't bring in new furniture and new color paint and new everything in your world if it's still crowded with all the old stuff. And then also at this time, I'll invoke the morphic field of new birth, new paradigm. Everything to come together. There we go for the group. I feel us all going there. And I feel us going there with intention, which was the next thing I was going to say anyway. We can agree to go where we're going because we can, and we know we can. When you know you have a choice, you have a choice. And so this is very nice. Oh, I'm feeling heat in my hand here. That we're we're actually doing this with intention, intentionally allowing our slate to be cleared, to allow us space and room for new stories and possibilities and new creativity. Not based on what our ego thought was our memory of what did happen and then what has to happen going forward. So I'd like you to see in front of you what you would like to see for yourself, what you would like to create and experience in the coming year, in 2023. Just see there may be several, there may be one or two or three or four or five. See in front of you the different, whatever things that are important to you to see in the coming year, or that you would like to see. Good. I feel us going to this next step. Then what I would like you to do is look at which things, and they may all fit this category, which things are worthy of not just saying, well, I'd like to, I wish I could, or yeah, that'd be nice, but which things are things you are really worthy of you setting intention and committing to that, and making the decision that, yes, I want this to be part of my life this year, to take place this year. It could be, it could be anything. It could be a move to a new home in a new place. It could be something you want to remodel or change in your own home. It could be a new job or a new career. It could be to take a big trip of some sort. It might be, of course, things like it could be health, good health, healthy vitality, health. It could be losing weight. It could be stability and structure and organization moving forward in the situation that maybe has felt rather chaotic and discombobulated. I have had some of that this year, and I know at least one of you have. It could be a shift in your different, better personal circumstances, like in your relationship or in finances. So whatever it is, identify the things that are, no, really, I'm ready and willing to actually commit and say, yeah, I am gonna experience a change in this. Intention is very different than wishing and wanting. If you intend to get a glass of water, you don't wish, you don't want, you don't think, well, maybe if I can. You want it, you're going to do it. You're doing it, and you go get the water. Intention is, I'm doing this. I'm having this. And even if it's something you don't directly control, like someone offering you a dream job or something, you can still say yes to your intention to have your dream job, even though you don't directly control who's going to call you or who you're going to find that someone makes a job offer. So once you've identified, I want to give just a little bit of explanation, and then this is going to be where you are doing this for yourself. You're going to, however many there were, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take each one, you're going to, don't do it yet, you're going to take each one by one. Focus on the first one, whatever it is. Feel it as being a very real thing, a real possibility for you. Not possible theoretically in the world, not possible for someone else. A real possibility for you. That it is yours to accept. Literally, it is yours. It is just it's yours to accept or to keep distracting yourself from, frankly. So it's a real possibility for you. I want you to feel it, that it is yours to accept. I do want to give you this explanation so it goes smoother when we're doing it. And then you are actually going to, in a very intentional, empowered way, say out loud or not, yes, I accept this into my actual physical experience. I accept this into my template. It is already done. I accept it for real. And then here's the part I want to explain. I'm going to direct you to ask, what does it take? Because there is no time, not what will it take or what might it take. What does it take for this to be really, in my experience this year, really on the ground, manifest? What does it take? This is not a question for you to answer. This is not a question for you to go, well, I'm going to have to this, I'm going to have to this. Nope, that's not what we're doing. What does it take for me to be in this, to have this experience, to have this in my physical life this year? And what you do is you open and you let the universal source pour in all the energies, ideas, templates, everything that's needed to make that a reality in your physical life. So you ask the question with your open bowl. You become that open, empty vessel, receiving in what the answer is. You don't have to go, well, what is it? And worry about hearing the answer. Don't even worry about that. Let the answer in the form of energetic templates, ideas, dynamics, all kinds of things. Just let it load in. That's what you can do and do very well. Agree to load that in. So let's go ahead. That's enough explanation at this point. There will be another step or two, but we'll go with that. So once again, get your identify the things you've identified as what's important, worthy of you committing to with intention. Like, this is for me, I want this to be real, this in my physical world this year. And now take the first one and say the feel of it, that this is real. It is possible for you. It's possible for me. And it is mine to accept. It's right there for me if I want it. It's your cherry to pluck off the tree. And this is where you would feel and say yes to this. I accept this into my life this year. I say yes to having this come true this year. And now I'll give you a moment to. And now in that open, empty bowl receiving mode, what does it take for me to have in this experience? What does it take to make this experience real and solid and manifest in my physical life this year? And just receive every change to your attitudes, to your ideas, to your expectations, to what you thought had to be true, who you thought you were, who you thought everybody else was, anything that needs to change. This is all contained into what does it take for me to be in my new, better version, basically, with this true in my life. And allow the source, your universal source, to literally pour in the energetic answer into your template in your field. If there's a big task that really must be done, like if there's a move involved, somehow you have to make some choices around in your house and get rid of stuff, something like that. go ahead and invite in that it be easy, sort of a helper energy, that it be easy and quick and painless. That just be way easier than you thought it could be, especially if it's daunting or overwhelming. There you go. There you go. Allow it to be easy and painless. You've got the empowerment to say yes. You don't micro-control all the external details. You've got the power to say yes to what you allow into your field and into your experience, what you accept, which is also what you resonate with, by the way. And I'm going to bring in something that just came in for me the other morning. And actually, I felt the change sitting in my chair in the morning having coffee. I'll say what it is so that you understand. I'm going to use the word transplant because that's how it came to me. A transplant. There we go. You're already agreeing to it. You guys are so awesome. We're transplanting a new version of your ego. Don't get scared. Your ego, God bless it, it's got a very important job. It's here for a reason. It is the interface that we have to experience and interact in physical. What it has a tendency to do, however, is everything it identifies, there you go, as being true. It starts saying mine, mine, mine. That's part of me. That's part of me. Part of me. Part of me. Kind of like I don't know. There was some kind of fish in Nemo or something did that. The ego starts clinging to things that are not. They're not you. They're not part of you. They're the structure that the ego level of you has said. Well, this is what's true. This is my structure. So when I say transplanting ego, you're still you. You're still aware of you as you. You still have your unique, authentic traits and characteristics and potentials. But all these things that you had in place that you thought were how it is and who you are, that is all up for grabs as far as what's useful and true. And so when I say transplant ego, it's like this character in a play or something where it's been written this way and it's this way. We go, yeah, wait a minute, whoa, let's change that to something better. There's another version of your ego that holds different attitudes and beliefs and understandings. That's what transplanting the ego level is. And I literally felt a change in myself immediately when this energy came in the other morning. You're still you, but you're allowing yourself to let yourself be a different, better you, coming from a different, better place, different viewpoint. There you go. There you go. I'm seeing different ideas. I'm seeing authentic, and I am not doing this with my head. We all together are doing this with my head. These are the energetic fields. This is to give one more clarification to it. In fact, I'm bringing in, give yourself permission, and I'm moving into this with you. Let's give ourselves permission to still be you, to still be me, but be different and think and feel differently about things. There you go. You guys are doing a very nice job, because I'm feeling a willingness to be different, to change, to let things be different, because you're trusting you're still you. And you're opening doors to your better experience. Now I want to bring into the group, and you can be aware that I'm doing this, and you can accept it with me. Accepting, not just having or bringing it in, but acceptance of natural guided impulses impulses coming through from your divine inner source self to the very surface ego level that send you in directions and inspire you and make suggestions that support your goal. And now I do want to back up isn't quite the right word, but I realize if you have another one or two things that you really want to see for this year, let's go back and pick those up, and one at a time. I'll give you a moment here to do this. See it as yours for the taking. It is yours. It is possible for you. Say, yes, I accept this. It's an acceptance and a commitment. It's a decision. You're buying the farm. That's another way to put it. And then ask, what does it take for me to manifest this, to realize this in my physical life this year? What does it take? And then let the universe within pour in the energetic answers into your template. If there's something daunting, big task involved, bring in that it be easy and go very quickly and smoothly for you. And then when you've done that, move on to, if you have another one, you may have 2 or 3. Move on to another one and do the very same thing. It is yours. It's yours to say yes to and accept and commit to in your physical life. What does it take for me to experience this? Let the universe answer. In fact, sort of off the cuff, this is in my notes. Now just get a sort of could be a round picture in front of you, but just sort of get a picture of you. You don't have to get all worried about the details, but you with the things you would like, just lightly in place. Just get the big picture with those things in place. And again, I'm going to sort of re-invoke or revisit the transplant the ego. Transplanting in a better version of the ego. And okay, and that is gonna involve letting go of what doesn't, resistances and what doesn't fit. That's our next step. So now I want you to realize we're not here to fight what's been. We're not here to drive out evil spirits. With love and empowerment, we're simply going to realize that the way we've been seeing things and how we've been doing things and what we thought was true, that's part of what kept us where we were. If there's something that's not true for us yet that we wouldn't want to see, there's someplace, some way we've been that's been keeping us there. So with love, we're just going to release, just let go of what's been. It's water under the bridge. It's flower petals blowing away in the breeze. That's what's been. We're here now. Our point of power is our present. Is our present is our point of empowerment. Sorry about that. Too many P's in that sentence. We're going to release our ideas of ourselves and how things are as we've held them, that were limiting us and keeping us not where we really want to be completely. If there has been struggle with one or more issues? And it probably has. I'll give you a couple of images to give you an idea of what I mean. If there has been struggle, you can see just your engagement with fighting an issue, fighting the state, fighting the situation, be it health, finances, something about yourself, struggling with or struggling against or struggling to overcome some situation or thing or state. See it sort of maybe, I'm in Florida, this was just a visual that came up, as maybe some snarly vines hanging off bushes and trees. If you're struggling with something, you are actually faced into the vines and putting your own arms in there and fighting with them energetically. That's what's going on. You can imagine yourself simply, well, wait a minute, removing your arms out of the snarl of the vines and tangles, removing your arms, turning around, and simply stepping away. Step away from the snarl struggle state. You can go ahead and do that. Another thing you might be able to use, if you've ever seen one of the Scrooge movies, I think it's one with the Alistair Sim. He wakes up, he was kind of trying to silence the ghost of the past that has the cone of light on her head. He was trying to silence her, and he was holding her down and trying to shove the cone of light or truth down. And he woke up and he's in a fight with his bedclothes, pounding on his bedclothes. That image comes to mind. It's like, you don't have to, if you're struggling or fighting with something, you are struggling or fighting with it. Let it go. Step away from the pile of bedclothes and step clear. And you can choose one of those, or if you see another image, that's fine. But let's go ahead and literally step clear of the struggle snarl state. And again, you can do this because you know you can. When you know it's your choice to step away, it becomes a decision, and simply a choice and a decision to walk away, step away from that state of fighting with something or fighting against something or fighting for something. If you're fighting, you're with it. If you're fighting, all your attention's on it. It's your choice. Just good. I'm seeing, I don't know what you are seeing as far as inner imagery, but I'm seeing you all having let go of something and it may be just floating down the river, just almost, yeah, almost as if something that doesn't belong anymore, it's dead, it's gone, it's just, it's hanging on to it isn't helping. You let it go and float away from you. That's another probably good image. In more than one way, actually. There you go. I am feeling in the torsion field of empowerment to do that, to make that choice. You're already there. Yeah, I think you guys can feel you're in. This is the primary creative area. The outer area, surface area, is not where it happens, not where the power is. Empowerment to create for yourself. Thank. This would be a good place to thank all of your experiences and the way things have gone and what you've done this past year. Good, bad, indifferent, good, beautiful, ugly, doesn't matter. Thank all of the experiences that have been your teacher, that have helped you learn something new, helped you change in some way. You're better and richer in some way for everything you've been through. Okay. So now I'm going to do some direct torsion field work, editing for the group. Anything that's a fear or an obstacle within yourself, because the obstacles are always within ourselves. Anything that's an obstacle within yourself, between you and what you desire to experience, to realize. I'm not even going to remove it. I'm going to just I don't know, it wants to be turned into something else. So let's do that. I'm hearing it's turning into your teacher. It's morphing its substance, actually, what it is. And so with your agreement, and I'm actually going to say this so that we have it out here consciously, with intention, your agreement to move forward in a new clean slate kind of way, with not held down by like wet bags of sand by the old ideas of how things had to be and who you had to be, or blah 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 blah. Anything that's limiting, move forward free, and there you go. With that, I'm going to invoke or place, is the best word, a kind of a barrier, so that it's not easy for you to slide back into old patterns. Sort of cut off that old gate, of the old familiar. It's not you, it's not authentic, it's not a good place to be, but it's where you were and where you knew to go. Let's sort of cut off at the past there, as far as going back into old patterns. So it's definitely, I'm seeing rebirth, sort of. Accepting guidance. Again, I'm not just seeing guidance in your field. Yeah, that's always there for us. We have to accept it. Accepting inner guidance. And there you go. Letting yourself, there, I just saw it, letting yourself be helped by your source. And accepting for yourself everything that helps you, letting everything come that helps you at all levels, physical, inner, mental, emotional, whatever. Accepting, saying, yes, I deserve this. I have a right to it. It's mine. It's my fruit on the tree, the cherry on the tree. I accept everything. Helping bring this to fruition, no pun intended, helping bring this to fruition. Accepting it. Saying, it's always an allowing of saying yes and meaning it, feeling yes. I am going to, and we may go a couple minutes over. I hope that's okay. You will get a recording of this if you can't stay for a couple extra minutes. A group chakra clearing, alignment, reset, for just any chakras that are blocking good, true vitality and information from your source, with your own ideas. Just clearing anything that's not helpful and keeping your chakras not open and receiving what helps you. Chakra clearing. And that's one big receiver accepting my true flow from my divine inner source that helps me be everything that I'm built to be able to be, and bring to fruition the things that are authentic, things, states, situations that are authentic to me, best for me. I'm getting a buzz in my head here. We'll add clear intention and commitment. There you go. Very nice. My goodness, you guys. Clear intention and commitment on your part. Seeing you assimilated. I'm seeing a figure 8 flip back and forth here. Nice. And the motivation and the encouragement, by the way, for whatever it is. This is you agreeing to be in a new state where this is all true. And again, I am not doing this. This is our energetic field together. This is sort of a last one. Allowance for your ego surface level, which I've told some of you, it's like a carrot in its understanding and abilities compared to your divine inner source self. Allowing the ego surface level of yourself to not have to know everything. Embedding the understanding in that very ego level source self that it understands. It doesn't have to understand everything and control everything. There's someone bigger in charge. The bigger I has a big hand in this. And it starts listening and trusting that it starts looking toward its divine inner source self instead of being this controlling negative little thing that actually limits. It's here to help us. It's not supposed to slow us down and limit us. So it allowing its grip on controlling everything quite so much in that direct way, because it doesn't know everything that the divine inner source self knows about all of your possibilities. So it's okay for your ego to understand that there's a part of it, because it's not separate, there's a part of its consciousness that knows a lot more, and it says, okay, I'm willing to receive that, thank you. And if I'm confused today, that's okay. I am what I am. It's like I'm the dog in the household. It's okay for me to be confused about how TVs work. Yeah. And so I just want to go ahead and feel you all, not only you all changed, but when you, wherever you are, whatever you resonate with, changes the world with which you resonate. And so I will feel you guys, not only our field together changed, but feel the world in some way different because we're different. Yeah, slightly new, different version of the world because part of its content is different. There you go. Nice. And you got it with me. I felt you. Very nice. And I realize we're going a few minutes over, and I do apologize. Let's take 5 minutes. If you care to stay, if not, you will not hurt my feelings. I'm going to go ahead and turn on your microphones so that if you have a question or a comment, if there's something you'd like to share or ask. If not, that's okay. How did this go for you today? Was something impactful? Did something confuse you? Hi, Mary. You can unmute your mic. You've got the ability to. Oh, and Chuck, I will, let me see what Mary's got going, and then we'll get you in here. Are you there?
I am. I didn't raise my hand, Cathy,
That's okay.
but while
That's
we're
okay.
here,
This isn't real formal.
you amaze me. That's all I have to say. You just amaze me. Thanks.
Thank you. Did you find this helpful and useful?
Oh my goodness, yes. Couple of things. Yes, absolutely. I feel like it's a brand new start for me today, right now.
Awesome. I'm getting chills and tears, actually. I'm so glad. I am really so glad. This particular thing felt so special, for lack of a better word. I don't know how to explain it, but I felt very, very connected to this thing. That's why I offered it. So is there anything else before we call on Chuck?
No,
Mary?
thank you.
No? Thank you. And thank you for being here. And I'm going to go ahead and ask Chuck's microphone to unmute.
I'm here. I'm on.
Oh, good. Chuck.
Yeah. So glad I did this with you, Cathy. And I had a nice breakthrough. I was in tears. It was just the best thing for me to be doing today at this time.
Oh, I can't tell you how that makes me feel to hear that. My eyes are tearing up. I am so glad, really so glad.
It's just a wonderful way, at least for me, to start the new year. I can't ask for anything more.
Wonderful. Thank you. Me too. And I mean, I was doing this with you, and like I said, it just showed itself to me this morning, and so I, been right there doing it actually all day, and so connected with you all in our field together. So, is there anything else? Do you have any questions or any?
No questions. I have a pretty good idea of where I want to go and how I want things to be and how I need to be to allow those things to be. So I feel very complete. Oh,
I love that word. And someone else has their hand up that uses that word all the time. I love that. I love that, complete. Awesome. Well, okay. Well, then I'll let you go. And then I guess, David, you should just be able to unmute yourself and speak.
Well, I just wanted to share also that, oh man, it's just so wonderful to be here today with this group. And we were like in Salt Lake, it's just snowing, and so the ground is covered in white, and you can't see the buildings because it's so cloudy, and it's kind of just like this blank canvas here with snow. And nice. So I felt like that was appropriate to, I don't know, I just feel like there's this thing about the snow and the crystals, and they cover everything in white, and it's just this freshness. And so I can really I'm really happy to share that with everyone here.
That's really cool. Thank you for that visual. I mean, that's the original blank slate. Yeah, I mean, it's like yeah, everything can be new when yeah. That's awesome. Thank you for being here today. I love it that you came to this.
Well, thank you.
Anybody else? Any questions? Any comments? Nothing I said brought something up, and it doesn't have to. I mean, if you just have a question in general about something, I mean, maybe we're so complete, there's just no need to have any questions about anything. That's a good thing, actually. So if you don't have any questions about this, what we did, or something that it made you think of, we can go ahead and end the webinar for today, the session. Thank you all so very much. Thank you for being here. I enjoyed it so much. Love to you all. Blessings, and you'll have this recording very quickly within the day. Bye-bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Cathy.
Brittany. Happy New Year, sweetheart.
Happy New Year.
All righty. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording and then end the meeting then. Thank you all. Have a wonderful, magical day.